Hello and welcome to the Total Badness podcast. My name is Aaron and I'm here with Josh.
Hello, it's me, Josh.
I don't know if your headphones are up really loud or not, but I can hear myself.
You can hear
I can hear
you.
myself. You know how disgusting that is?
My headphones aren't up that loud.
Alright. Who knows?
Is that maybe the echo thing that I turned off?
Anyway, hey, how's it going?
Yeah, good. The things are going good. Many announcements at not E3, Keigh3, Summer Games Fest,
Keigh3,
whatever
you
you choose to
say?
fucking.
Wow,
Wow, there it is. What
Keigh3.
an official name. It's so
What an
good.
official name that they totally call it, and they will call it forever and ever until the day. Well, even when Jeff Keighley dies, it'll still be Keigh3 forever.
This is really taking a turn. Immediately. Out of the gate.
This is the Total Badness podcast. Haven't made one of these for a long time.
I haven't made one of these with me in a long time.
Well, I haven't. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing as attacks.
Well, yeah, but that's not the same.
It's different. It's just me talking to
What I just
myself
said.
about
Yeah,
dumb
like
shit.
a fucking crazy person.
That's what's so good about it. It's just a crazy person talking to himself for a couple of hours.
The real twist is that I don't actually exist. This is an empty box. And Aaron is still talking to himself.
God. You are my Tyler Durden.
Yeah, that tracks.
There you go.
I'm very Brad Pitt-like in many
You
ways.
are. Very similar. Yeah, we're going to talk about Keigh3 or Summer Game Fest. If you look, I don't know if you know this, Josh. It's not summer here, all right? It's fucking winter, bro.
Is it winter or is it the end of autumn?
It's
Has it started being winter now?
Mm-hmm.
What are seasons in Australia even?
Beginning of June.
Well, yeah, I guess we are in there. Yeah, no, Keigh3 is much more inclusive as a name.
Mm-hmm.
And also reminds us of E3, that thing that is dead and gone, and
Exactly.
probably outlived its usefulness for a while there, but, you know.
Giant Bomb did their like live streams this year.
Mm-hmm.
They were back, and that was great.
Probably one of the best things about E3.
On night 3, it was like Giant Bomb Live Night 3 or whatever they called it.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had the 3 right next to the E at the end of night. It said E3.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because they have it Giant Bomb at Night, N-I-T-E.
Yes. That's how
That's
else would
right.
you spell it? It's the official spelling of night.
I guess I can't argue. Look, if Fortnite does it that way, then who am I to
Exactly.
say that that's
The
incorrect?
biggest video game, the greatest video game ever made, Fortnite. If
I
the
was on board
greatest-
until you said greatest.
If the greatest video, you played it more than I have. If the greatest
know.
video
There's a
game
problem.
ever made, yeah, can spell night like that, then that's how it is. That's official. You can't beat it.
Yeah, okay. Someone contact the dictionary people. We gotta get this sorted.
Yeah. We're just gonna sort of talk about showcases and stuff that happened this week, and also some that didn't happen this week, like the PlayStation showcase,
Yeah.
which happened a little
So
earlier.
it happened so long ago, I can barely remember what happened there.
We're gonna do this.
Oh,
Maybe
format
this?
change. Whoa, okay.
This?
Ooh,
This. Do you want to be big or small?
big always.
All right, there we go. PlayStation Showcase. Look, it was fine. It was an
Definitely
okay
seen
showcase.
worse.
Oh, definitely seen worse.
Yes.
I watched worse recently on a As Attack. You can totally go watch that, where I watch all the old bad conferences.
Yeah, but some of those are so bad that they sort of circle back around to being great.
Absolutely. Which is kind of, sort of what the Ubisoft one was today.
Really?
Ubisoft, yeah. They did this weird thing where it's like they had like a wide shot, and then they just cut into like a close shot of this person, and they're talking off to like this, not looking at the camera, just talking off like this.
It's like they
Why?
hired me.
It is like that, yeah. It's like they
So I
hired
know
you
where the
for some
I don't
reason.
know where the camera is. Oh, there
Ah!
goes my mic.
Oh god,
It is like they hired me.
it's got so much louder for some reason. Now there's nothing. Oh, now there might be something.
Oh god.
Okay, it's good.
Are you
Just leave it.
sure?
Just leave it. Don't touch it, Josh.
Okay, Jesus.
There's sound. That's all we need.
Okay. Fuck. I think it might be
Alright.
doing a different mic now, but that's fine.
Yeah, it's working. Spider-Man 2 was like the big one that they showed off.
Two Spider, two man.
They did a Craven fake out. They showed this fucking nerd here, and they were like, they're making you think he's Craven, and then the actual Craven shows up. He's like, oh, that's fucking crazy.
He's like fucking 3 times the size of that man.
Yeah, yeah. You think it like they've done some sort of weird redesign on Craven, but no, that's
It's
Craven
not-
ass Craven right there.
That is a very like classic Craven fucking beast skull shoulder pad, lion mane fucking jacket. Yeah, that's. I'm a Craven the Hunter guy, and that's a Craven the Hunter.
Yep.
Can
For
confirm.
sure. Yeah. And then they showed the symbiote, the black suit.
Yeah, it looks real gross in some of those stills.
Yeah, the textures aren't great on this.
I
Must say.
I don't know if
it's
they're
early
not great. I
footage,
do
so
like them.
It
looks gross, which
these are
I
pretty
kinda
low
prefer.
res. Here, but...
Yeah. No, but
it's early
I mean the
footage,
previous
so
one
I'm not gonna
specifically,
judge.
where the suit isn't like
Oh, this
skin
thing.
tight on him.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh,
When it's like starting
hate it.
to form.
there is some cool shit going on though.
Yeah, yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of the combat stuff looks fucking sick. Like,
hmm
I don't know if anyone would point at the Spider-Man games and be like, combat is why I come to those games, but the combat is really good in them. It's
I mean, you do a lot of it, so it better be good.
yeah, it's like I don't know. I feel like people go to those games for the web swinging and stuff, and then it turns out the combat is actually quite good. It's not your brain on autopilot Arkham combat, but it is easy enough to like jump in, and then you can do some really cool shit if you get really good at it.
Yeah. So, yeah, and then we got some swinging action. We got oh yeah, the Miles has got his web wings. Whatever. you wanna
Yeah,
call
he's got
them.
like the wingsuit type deal.
Yep. Good stuff. Looks like
Yeah,
another
and
Spider-Man game.
I don't know if this has been confirmed or not, but I definitely inferred it from the gameplay that you can, at least in certain missions, you're swapping between Spider-Man near instantaneously.
It's pretty fast. Yep.
I wonder if that'll be like you can do this at any point. You can be your favorite Spider-Man just whenever.
So during missions, it'll give you
Swap back and forth.
chances, but you will have specific Miles things to do and Peter things to do, and you are able to do them at any time, as far as I'm.
Sure. What I meant was like, I wonder if this would be in the same vein as like GTA 5, where you can swap between one and the other.
Yes.
If you could get them to meet in the city just by virtue of swinging to a point and then just swapping back and forth, I think that would be fun.
Yes, you are able to just swap. When you're out and about, you're able to just swap them at any time.
And if that's as fast as it seemed to be in that demo, then we're in fucking business. That looks cool as hell.
Yeah, Insomniac knows how to do that fast loading
Ooh, yeah.
PlayStation 5 shit. So,
Yeah, I think Miles Morales was like the first game I was like, oh shit!
yeah.
No load screens. Fucking
The
wild.
fast travel's actually fast. Crazy.
Yeah, it's too fast. I can't like eat or drink during the load screens.
Right, yeah. Exactly. They announced the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, Metal Gear Solid Delta, if you will.
Yep.
But there was just a CG trailer, and then afterwards, Konami put out some screenshots that all look
Very nice looking
nice.
screenshots.
Yeah, that's a solid snake. Well, it's not a
That is a
the big
naked
boss.
snake.
It's a big boss
actually.
right there. Eventually, it's a big boss.
Yeah, he's got too many eyes to be a big boss. Um, yeah, thoughts on Metal Gear Solid Delta? Is it?
I'm gonna play the shit out of it when it comes
Fuck yeah,
out.
you are.
I haven't. Oh my god! I mean, since PS2, I haven't played that game, so I didn't play it with any of the HD remasters before. So
I did, but in the dumbest way. It was the PS Vita version.
that sounds pretty cool to me. I don't
It
know what you're
was.
talking about.
It holds up on the Vita. That game's
Hell yeah,
fucking
it
great.
does.
Um, yeah, who'd have thought Konami making games?
Crazy.
Wild.
So I'm sure they'll sneak some pachinko in there somewhere.
Didn't that announcement also come along with a remastered collection announcement as well?
Yeah, so there's the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1, which is, from what I can tell, is just straight ports of the original games.
I'm fine with that.
I don't.
That's fine.
Metal Gear Solid especially is just going to be a straight port. Maybe
Still fine.
maybe 2 and 3 will be, just the HD remasters.
Zhuzhed up a little bit.
Yeah.
Would be nice. The volume 1 on the end of that certainly raises some questions.
Mm-hmm.
Any thoughts on what volume 2 might be?
Oh, all the shit games.
All of them.
All the shit ones.
So like Portable Ops. A lot of the Portable Ops is Acid.
Portable Ops, Acid. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. The card game. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a bit more likely that it'd be.
I would like it if it's Metal Gear Solid 4. They're never gonna do that ever again. They're never gonna
they can.
They're never gonna release Metal Gear Solid 4 ever again.
I don't think it's possible for them to do this.
I mean, there's been plenty of games ported from PS3 to PS4.
No, but none of them
beyond.
None of them are Metal Gear 4.
That's true.
What game could be? Some people are still waiting for that game to install.
Even Metal Gear Solid 4 could not be Metal Gear Solid 4.
No, God no. It'll probably be like Peace Walker, MGS, Ground Zeroes, and Phantom Pain, probably.
Yeah, I imagine. Anyway, I'm definitely looking forward to playing Delta, and also if they continue to remake them, the other two.
Dude, I've been waiting for a fucking Metal Gear Solid 1 remake in the Fox engine. And obviously, this won't be the Fox engine. Wait, is this the Fox engine?
Oh, that's a good question, actually.
Do
I don't
Konami
know.
own the Fox engine? I assume they do.
Yeah, they would. I imagine anything made under Konami is owned by Konami, so...
Yeah, and also Kojima's using the Horizon engine for his stuff, so...
Yep. Fox engine... MGS Delta.
Anyway, yeah, Metal Gear Solid 1 on Fox Engine. Since Metal Gear 5 came out, I've been like, that's the thing I want. I want it. I want it bad. Just like The Offspring.
Okay. Can't read that. I think it's on Fox Engine. I'm not 100%.
Be a real shame if it wasn't, because that's a good-ass engine.
It is. I'm sure Konami will just chuck it in the trash along with everything else that Kojima has ever done.
Probably. Look, you watch. This game's not even going to come out. It's going to be salvaged for cutscenes that they can put into another pachinko machine.
That's it. Yeah. Sony announced this dedicated streaming device, Project Q, which is just a Wii U controller, basically, for the PlayStation 5.
I mean, it's a Wii U controller, but if the Wii U was a DualSense, so it's immediately better.
It's true. It is immediately better.
Not by much, though.
It will allow players to stream any game from their PlayStation 5 console using remote play over Wi-Fi. It has an 8-inch HD screen and all buttons and features the DualSense controller has. No release date, but they did say it's this year sometime.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's just fucking weird. I really don't have much more to add to that.
It's like they just saw the Wii U controller like a couple of days ago, and they were like, "Oh, that would be a really cool thing."
Oh shit, those Nintendo guys are onto something. Quick,
And
steal
then,
their latest idea. What, you mean the Switch? No, what? Not that.
oh yeah, I'd love a handheld PlayStation 5. That'd be great. Could you
Yeah, that would be
imagine?
neat. No, I can't. My
Um,
imagination's been ruined.
what's better than life? Vita means life. What is better than Vita?
Death. Give me Vita or give me death.
Assassin's Creed Mirage. They announced the release date for it.
Yeah. Oh man, October's getting fucking packed, ain't it?
October is packed. September is also looking pretty packed now.
Hopefully July stays relatively quiet.
Something was
Not
announced for
holding my breath.
July. This week. I can't remember what it is. I'm sure we'll find it
Yeah,
during
we'll
this
cover it
podcast.
at some point.
Yeah. But yes, October 12 for Assassin's Creed Mirage. We'll talk more about that in a second. The same with Alan Wake. They showed off a trailer for that. And October 17th is the release date for that. Again, October.
That one at least is like fitting because October, it's the spooky month, and this is
Exactly.
the most survival horror Alan Wake has ever been.
Mm-hmm. Final Fantasy 16.
I could see the fucking cogs
Oh my
turning.
god. Every time I see it, I'm like, yeah, I don't. It takes me a butt.
Rocky 10 plus Rocky 5 plus Rocky 1.
That's pretty much, yeah. Well, I'd go Final Fantasy 10
No,
plus
no, no.
5 plus 1. That's where I learned my Roman numerals. Final Fantasy.
Wow, that's...
Hey, Marvin.
Hello.
Marvin says hello. There he
Oh.
is.
Wow, we've got it on screen.
Yeah. Are you interested? Have you ever finished a Final Fantasy?
Finished?
Mm.
Absolutely not.
How much of a Final Fantasy have you played?
I think I played through... Was 7 on multiple discs? I feel like I played through a disc of 7.
I think 7 was 3 discs, I think, and then 8 was 4.
I think I played through a disc of 7.
Yeah.
And I've had no desire to go back.
Back when the only way you knew how far into a game you were was how many discs you had played.
Look, all I know is that you have to swap the disc for Metal Gear Solid 1 after you fucking rappel down the tower whilst Liquid Snake shoots at you in a hind D, and it's the greatest thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I know about disc swapping.
Yeah, so this isn't doing anything for you.
Final Fantasy. It's not my jam. It's someone's.
Oh, hey, Grayson. You finished 8 and 10 on PS4 recently, huh?
Yeah, we go into 10-2. I hear that gets wild. But it's Final Fantasy.
I've played. I played a lot of 8. I don't know how many discs I made it, but I played a lot of it. And that's definitely the one that kept me most interested.
Was it because of the gun sword? Or am I thinking of a different one?
I don't know. I liked the general vibe of that game, and I liked the characters. And yes, this. I don't know this.
I just realized what they were talking about.
This has been advertised to me a few times, and I don't know what Temu is trying to tell me.
Yeah, what are you telling it? These things learn off your preferences, right?
Oh yeah, I'm just searching for fake dicks all the time.
Look, I'm not here to yuck anyone's yum, man. There's no kink shaming here, just regular shame.
Krajan didn't like X2.
Fair, I don't like any Final Fantasy ending in a Y.
10-2, not X2. That's a good movie.
X2 is a good movie.
Hell yeah, it is. What are these? I have to
Dragon's
know what
Dogma?
these are now.
Oh, you're looking at butt plugs now. Okay.
No.
I could have never have guessed what they were.
Silicone caulking tools.
I never would have guessed.
All right, there we go.
You know,
That
for all
mystery
your
solved.
caulking needs, you need to do some caulking.
Oh, no, I gotta get back to my other.
Oh god. Oh jeez. Oh god.
Oh, it opened a different. God damn it! Just go away.
You really need to get some caulking done.
I need to get back to the last thing I was looking at.
Dragon's Dogma 2?
Dragon's Dogma 2 is a thing that exists. Never played the first one.
That game's actually weird and wild and worth checking out, if you can.
Marvin, I'm sorry, I haven't heard anything about this. I don't believe it. I'm sorry. There we go. Dragon's, yeah. I remember you talking about Dragon's Dogma 2 at some point, like you were interested in it.
Yeah, I just forgot that it had been announced, and then they showed this at the PlayStation thing. I was like, oh, fuck, cool, that's great. And then there's a trailer, there's gameplay. It looks like Dragon's Dogma, which is like Western fantasy, but very Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of veers into that Dark Soulsy sort of aesthetic, but not quite as grimdark. It's neat. I mostly remember the first game for letting you jump onto monsters and beat the shit out of them, which is always fun.
Yes.
It kind of scratches that Shadow of the Colossus itch because it's a very manual climbing system. Like you can kind of just grab on and just fucking go for gold.
Right.
Yeah, it's a neat and very weird thing.
All right. Never gonna play it. Bungie announced a new marathon, which at first I thought, because this has nothing to do with the original marathon.
It has certain things, imagery,
mostly nothing to do. I mean, it's a completely different game. It's like a multiplayer
survival shooter, is it?
It's a first-person shooter. Bungie originally released. Wait, no, okay, that's the first game. This game is PvP focused and won't feature a single-player campaign.
What is the thing that Escape from Tarkov is? What's that?
Those games.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah. Alright. Not gonna play that either. Oh, yeah, Street Fighter 6, that's out. It's a great game.
Yeah,
everyone
it's
should
out
play it.
and it's fun.
Jade Raymond's studio Haven showed Fair Games, which is, well, they didn't really. They showed a CG trailer.
I did not see that one, but
didn't see it.
CG trailers, you know, they are what they are. It's hard to get super excited about them.
It's one of those, you know, extraction to steal the money from a place, and there's two teams or maybe more teams fighting over it.
Sure, that
one
was
of those
very
ones.
descriptive.
Thank you so much. Talos Principle 2, Foam Stars.
So, I didn't know about the Talos Principle 2 until I watched the Devolver thing yesterday.
Okay.
That game looks fun. I never played the first one, but it makes me think maybe I should have.
Yeah, I hear it's good, but I also didn't play it. But this sequel was announced, as it says here, in 2021, so it's been a while coming.
Yeah.
Foam Stars, which IGN says is a Splatoon-like from Square Enix, and yeah, that seems accurate. I
was gonna say not everything has to be a something like, but no, that does seem very Splatoon-like, so I can't even be that mad.
I have heard people who played it because it was at Keigh3, and people seem pretty into it. Surprisingly, like more than I was expecting them to be.
Really?
Yes, it seems
that
like
is interesting. For a thing I've never heard of, that is very interesting.
Seems like it would be a fun time. Plucky Squire, I can't wait to play this game. I don't know about you.
I didn't see this footage of it. This has been shown off before, though, hasn't it?
Yes, it's like you're in a book and then you jump out of the book and you go around the room and.
Yeah, that's exciting. Yeah. I have that in my brain space alongside little devil inside, and other games where I'm like, that's cool, and then I'll forget about them entirely until someone tells me about it.
Marvin says he's been treated with nothing but disrespect here. Sorry, Marvin.
I
This isn't an
disagree.
alien podcast. We don't talk about aliens here. This is
I
about
mean, we don't
video
not talk
games.
about aliens,
We'll
but
talk
like,
about the movie Aliens. We'll talk about Alien vs Predator. Um,
do we have to?
well, you don't have to. I'm just saying we can talk about it.
We can talk about anything.
We just don't talk about aliens. Oh, Senecom's now trying to sell me graphics cards. Thank you so much.
See, this is a bit more on brand. Caulking guns, what the fuck?
Like, you know for sure I was not looking for caulking guns, so...
Yeah, no. The other thing that I thought those were was more likely.
I'm not going to disagree. Phantom Blade Zero was revealed. It's one of those hack and slash RPG type games that you're probably into.
That's presumptuous.
Seems like a Josh kind of game, if I'm being honest.
I don't know. I feel like there's so many of those out now that I've just burnt out. Like Neo's cool. Neo was great, and then a bunch of other games that seem like Neo came out, which are like kind of Dark Souls-y, but not quite. A bit more character action-y, and then none of them are doing it for me. So
Fair enough. Ghost Runner 2 had a new trailer. We knew it was coming. They're still saying sometime this year. Well, I mean, it was basically announced like a month after the first game came out. And this has got vehicular combat where you ride a motorcycle and chop people down.
Looks so fucking sick. God
Yeah,
damn
it does.
Ghost Runner was a weirdly, like, a surprisingly good game. Mm-hmm. It's so simple. It's so good. It's so well made. Need more of it.
I loved that game up until the very last level, and then I did not. I remember. I don't remember the exact reason why. I remember it being very janky. Like you just kind of fudge your way through it. It wasn't.
I don't remember that specifically, so I can't say one way or the other. I remember it having some weird frame pacing issues on PS4. I guess I would have played it on.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember that more than any other negative about the game. But I've seen you play that game. I can think of a number of reasons why you could fall off of it.
I finished the fuck out of it. Great
Did
game.
you? You just didn't like the last.
I didn't like the last level. No.
Fair enough.
Helldivers 2 is very different from the first one. It's a third-person shooty bang bang game.
Extraction shooter. That was the genre I was trying to think of before.
For the
Marathon.
Right. Well, that's like that other game.
I guess. Yeah, it seems to be the big new thing recently.
Giant squid revealed Sword of the Sea. Giant squid made the Pathless and Abzu, and it's another one of those with like a skateboard, hoverboard. You ride around on a sword.
That's cool. I'm into that. Abzu was pretty as hell, and was it Pathless?
Yeah.
That game is really fucking cool.
Yeah. Resident Evil 4 Remake is getting a VR mode.
Can't wait to do dumb bullshit with guns and knives with a VR headset that I can't afford.
Sames.
Sick.
Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 2 was announced.
Hate that.
Never, from the creator of Gris.
Yep, very artsy, nice looking games.
Mm-hmm. Cat Quest Pirates of the Caribbean.
I need to leave. I refuse.
We have to talk about Cat Quest Pirates of the Caribbean.
Do we have to?
Josh, I think we need to talk about Cat Quest Pirates of the Caribbean.
I don't think we have to.
What would you say to a video game where you run around on the overworld map fighting things?
I mean, that sounds fine.
What if it looks like it was made for a mobile phone in 2001?
That's less fine.
Well, I guess you don't want to play Cat Quest Pirates of the Caribbean then.
I guess not. What a shame.
What a shame. Towers of
Yeah, Towers of what?
Ag- Agasaba.
Agasaba.
Agasaba is a Breath of the Wild like coming next year. Everything's a Breath of the Wild like these days.
Why
You
is
put a
everything
fucking
something
glider,
like?
You put a glider in a game. It's ripping off Breath of the Wild.
Well, yeah, Horizon Forbidden West is a Breath of the Wild like.
Yes, of course. Even though they came out like the same time.
The New Horizon.
Oh, there was no gliders in the first one.
No.
Oh, yeah, absolutely rip off.
Yep.
Nintendo should sue. Revenant
They
Hill.
will.
I'm not. These are boring games. I don't give a fuck about any of these. There's a bunch of VR games. Beat Saber's coming.
Yep,
Concord.
This all sounds about right.
Another PvP game. Mortals of Avium. Yep, all right.
Is that the Magic first-person shooter?
Yes, it's the new
That looks-
Hexen.
I was gonna say that looks fine, and then you said Hexen, and now I just.
Hexen 3.
Oh.
It's finally here.
All right, yeah. No, that game looks like it could be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, it feels very generic, but that's mostly the name doing the heavy lifting there.
Yeah, it tells me nothing except that there are some immortals.
It's such a generic name that I was literally about to call it Legends of Avium, despite the name of the game being right there on screen.
Yeah, that's definitely that tracks.
Yeah. So,
How do I
yeah,
get rid of
PlayStation.
ads?
I don't know.
Why this ad?
Well, you
this
gotta bring
ad,
down.
Google?
You gotta bring down capitalism. That's how we get rid of ads.
I don't want your fake
Anyway.
penis.
PlayStation's thing was weird and kind of all over the place. Lots of third-party stuff. The big thing, obviously, being Spider-Man 2, which Spider-Man 2 looks good. It looks like Spider-Man, which was good.
Yeah, it's another one of those.
Yeah, I'm excited for more of that.
Mm-hmm.
Metal Gear, like, again, all of these things that aren't necessarily PlayStation specific.
Yeah.
But whatever, I don't care. I own everything. I own everything.
Oh, wow. Mr. Fancy Pants over here. Why don't you just get a PSVR 2, huh?
Because I already own everything else and now I have no money.
Oh, fair. Yeah, that makes sense. Overall, what would you give the PlayStation Showcase out of 3?
Can I give halves?
No. It's
Okay,
either bad, meh, or badass.
Meh.
Yeah. I agree.
Like, the good parts are really good, but then most of it is just kind of heh.
Yes, I was very disappointed when it was over. I was like, oh yeah, there was like a few things that were pretty cool, but overall, like, the PlayStation Showcase is supposed to be like their big thing. It's like
Yeah.
there hasn't been one for a few years. This was their chance to come out and show a bunch of first-party games, and they showed one.
Yeah. And it feels like they do have a good stable of studios working for them that we just either don't know what they're working on, or we do know and we just haven't seen anything from them in a while.
Yeah.
Which is a shame. But then you also got to realize, like, Horizon Forbidden West and God of War Ragnarok have recently come out. Horizon's VR thing that came out.
Yep.
Last of Us Part 2. Last of Us, Naughty Dog is still working on, like, that multiplayer thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, we do know what a lot of these teams are working on. Or they've just come off of projects and probably aren't in full swing development on other stuff yet. I don't know. Development pipelines are weird.
Yeah, it's I don't know, hold it off for a while. Just do another
Yeah,
state
exactly.
of play.
Like, the fact of the matter is that as big as Keigh3 is, and as much as we love Keigh3, nothing is stopping you from doing your showcase at literally any other point in the year.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they did it before Keigh3 officially started, so it was like
Yeah.
they're like getting out in front of it. They're like, "Oh, we have to let you
We
know
gotta beat
about all
everyone
this
to the
stuff right now."
punch with all this nothing we have.
It's just like, yeah,
It's weird.
it's disappointing.
And I feel like other PlayStation showcases they've done later in the year and they've had more to show and they've been better off for it.
Yeah. What wasn't disappointing, surprisingly to me, but probably not surprising to people who love Xbox, is the Xbox game showcase. Was pretty fucking good, I gotta say.
I agree wholeheartedly. I don't think I was going to say PlayStation. I don't think Xbox has had a good showcase at one of these things since before 2013.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's been universally or just outright fucking garbage.
Right. Yeah. Remember the fucking Kinect? Remember that? Who wants to play Kinectimals? Huh?
You see that Connect?
Who wants to play Kinect Star Wars? Is that what that game was called?
Oh yeah, there was a Connect Star Wars. I don't know if it was called that, but what about Dance Central? That's like the one good Connect game.
Dance Central was great
Yeah.
for 5 minutes until I died from exhaustion.
That's a skill issue.
Yeah, that's a me issue for sure. They kicked off the show with the Fable, Playground Games' Fable. And it looked badass. It looks pretty cool.
Did they specify whether that was like in-game footage or game engine footage or just CG stuff?
Microsoft specified before the show that all of their first-party stuff was in-engine, running on. Some of it was on an
Series
Xbox,
X?
some of it was on a PC. We'll see,
Yeah.
But,
I definitely heard them say at some points that certain things were running on Series X's.
Yeah.
If that's like in-engine footage, that does look very nice.
It doesn't look any. I mean, it looks like a video game. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It definitely didn't look like a CG rendered to me.
No.
There's it has like little quirks here and there, and you got fucking is it Richard Ayoade?
Yeah, Richard Ayoade.
Yeah. He's great, and he's giant, which is even greater.
Big Richard Ayoade.
Yeah.
Big Dick Ayoade. Oh, intrusive thoughts. Good stuff. Love that.
Yeah. This whole trailer was cool. I've never been a Fable person. I've never played a Fable game. Never had any interest in a Fable, but this is definitely making me. And plus, it's going to be on Game Pass, so I can play it.
Yeah.
And if I don't like it, I can stop.
The real beauty of Game Pass, especially when it comes to Keigh3 time of year, is like, this could be neat. The good thing is I don't have to pay specifically for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as like a vibe check for the Fable franchise, like this is really, really good. It fits with a lot of the silliness of like classic Fable, but it feels less old. It feels very modern.
Yeah. And they had little glimpses of gameplay when
the actual
she's running away from the giant.
Those were the bits where I'm like, okay, that looks like it could be gameplay. I don't know if that is actually, but if that is the case, that's neat.
It's looks good. I'm into it. Cyberpunk 2077 still exists. Phantom Liberty is coming. DLC.
Wearing the beanie.
Nice.
I did not like that game. I do like the logo.
I also like the logo. I did like that game too. I played it on PC though, and you had a much worse experience.
I feel like I had less bugs than you.
I don't think so. I didn't have that many bugs. I had like a couple of things. I know there was one. There was one pretty bad thing that happened where I basically just couldn't. I went to do a mission and then it just froze. It didn't freeze. Like it just wouldn't start. The mission wouldn't start. Like I went and went to start a mission, and then it wasn't starting, and then I had to like restart the game. That's like probably the biggest thing that happened. But
I feel like I got off pretty light when it comes to issues. Like, most of my bugs were goofy shit, like cars exploding out of nowhere and then driving off while exploded.
uh-huh.
And, like, that stuff I'm fine with. Performance-wise, it was a fucking train wreck. But
Yeah.
again, I was playing the PS4 version on the PS5, so it was slightly ironed out. There was still a lot of fucking creases, but it was, yeah,
Yeah.
smooth-ish. It was
Yeah.
about as smooth as I could ask for on anything other than the most powerful PC I can get my hands on.
Right.
I just don't think it's a very good game.
That's fair enough. I enjoyed,
That might fucking change with this expansion though.
maybe I enjoyed the story of the original game, and this looks like it's
Story's
gonna
fine.
extend that, and uh, it looks like a fun time. And also, I hear from people who have played some of this game that it fixes a lot of the issues with the original game as well.
Yeah,
So
the experience itself sounds more like compelling, more well-rounded, more in-depth. You've got shit to do. There's like stuff happening in the world.
better AI.
Yeah,
Could you
more
imagine?
enemy variety.
Yeah.
Fucking enemy on enemy combat in the streets. Like, shit that you would expect from the Cyberpunk property that was not in it at launch. People are saying that their time with this demo makes it feel like the game was advertised when it first was shown off, and that's exciting.
Yeah.
I'm not getting my
am
hopes up.
I'm fucking sorry, Marvin. I don't mean to fucking swear, bud. Who the fuck is Marvin?
I fucked if I know.
Avowed had a big trailer.
Do you like Skyrim?
Do you like Skyrim? Do you like Obsidian games?
What if we stylized it a bit more and also got a team who was competent behind it?
Yeah, it looks. I mean,
And also, do you like Pillars of Eternity? Because I think it's set in that world.
I think the game. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. People are whinging about the graphics. For some reason, I don't look. I think it looks fine. It looks like a decent looking
looks
video
nice.
game. You know, people are like complaining that like it doesn't look like what the CG trailer portrayed it to be.
I mean,
But-
CG trailers are CG trailers. You cannot take that as an example. You can take that as a vibe check. That's all you can do. But I think Avowed, from what we saw in this like brief, very like quick cut trailer, looks nice. It's got an art style that is not just we tried to do realism. There's there's stylistic flair to it. It's nice.
Yeah. It looks like a good video game. I don't know.
Yeah. Looks like a fun time.
I have now put Marvin into timeout because I'm sick of him.
Fair. I mean, I can't. Far be it from me to disagree. I'm only a guest on this podcast.
Yeah, Avowed looks cool. It's coming in 2024. It looks like a fun time. They announced this 1 terabyte Series S console, and but they set it up like we've heard. Phil's there, and he's like, "We've heard your calls. We've heard you. We're listening.
You're clamoring for the Series S.
You want more storage? Well, here's a new console with more storage."
Fuck it, and that doesn't help me, Phil. I already have a console.
Oh, well, buy this one then.
Absolutely not. A Series S would not be caught dead with one.
People will have a second job to get an Xbox, okay? That's how it is. They'll get a second job.
I wouldn't even use my first job to buy a Series S.
Creation says they should have called it SS. No. They should not have called it that.
They definitely should not have made it an all-black
Definitely.
console with lightning bolt S's on the side. Gracious, no.
Come on, it'd be all white. Starfield was like their big thing.
That was like half the presentation.
It was a whole hour of Starfield.
Yeah, and that presentation was only like an hour and 50 minutes.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that in a second because I think I have a separate thing for all of the stuff they talked about in the Starfield presentation.
Good.
Compulsion Games showed this game, South of Midnight. Supposedly, this is in-engine footage.
They showed this trailer. I don't know if they showed much of a game, but they definitely showed a trailer.
I mean, this is in-engine footage, they say. So
but what is the game?
Trailer. You're fuck.
Exactly. Like, I'm not gonna deny this thing looks fucking cool. It's got a real fucking sick style to it.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know what it is.
Stop motion look to it.
Yeah.
And really cool art style. And yeah, visually it looks rad. If there's a good game to go along with it, I'll be happy.
And if there's not,
well, that sucks because it looks nice.
Yeah, it does suck. Sure wish I could have seen what game that was.
Yeah, I would like to know what kind of game it is.
What was the title of that game?
South of Midnight.
South of Midnight. Yeah, that's a cool looking game, I guess.
Speaking of cool looking games, Beyond Good and Evil 2 was announced. Oh no, shit! This is Star Wars Outlaws.
You just had that rolling around in your head all day.
I got confused. No, yeah. So at the Xbox showcase, they announced it with just a CG trailer, and then at the Ubisoft thing that they did,
Ubisoft Forward, is that the one?
Yes, Ubisoft Forward. They did an actual gameplay presentation, so we'll talk about that later. But
as far as CG trailers go, it passes the vibe check. I'm way into that whole scumbag smuggler deal it's got going on.
And from this image, we know it's in between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, unless it's some other dude.
No,
frozen in carbonite.
It's definitely him. Forza coming in October 10th. Again, October very busy.
Look, Forza Horizon's neat, but I am not a Forza Motorsport guy.
That's fine. I always start they've been on the last 3 or 4 have been on Game Pass. I don't know how many. There's been a few on Game Pass, and I've started them, and I've been like an hour in, and I've been like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes.
This is pretty. I don't need to play anymore.
Accurate. This I need to play.
Yes. In Exile are making a game called Clockwork Revolution, which is, they're calling it a first-person shooter with a theme park. Hey!
I'd go to a theme park.
I'd go to a theme park too. Their roller coasters would be pretty rad.
It'd be very loud.
And there are hints of time manipulation mechanics, says IGN.
Yes, definitely. What do you mean hints? The game,
hints.
the trailer outright tells you.
No, just little hints during the trailer that maybe it's time related.
I desperately need to see like 20 minutes of uncut footage from that game.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm getting big Bioshock and Dishonored vibes, and if it is one of those games, great. If it is both of those games, fucking brilliant. Sign me up.
What if it's The Medium?
Then I don't want it.
Because that's the vibes I'm getting between 2 different times.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you're just switching times.
I do need to point out that Dishonored 2 has an entire level based around going between the past and the future. Dishonored 2 has some fucking great levels. If you haven't played it, you should do that.
One day I still won't play it. Metaphor Fantasio is the new game from the
Oh
Persona
yeah, no,
creators.
I totally saw the Persona team on there doing stuff, and I was like,
Yeah,
yeah, nah,
there was like 4 Atlas games in this thing.
yeah, it's wild. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Speaking of wild, this game, 33 Immortals, is a
Hmm.
33 player co-op raid focused action game.
Yeah, not sure what that means, but I'm intrigued.
Uh, 33 people just hacking and slashing their way through levels.
I can get
I
into
don't
it.
know.
Look, the Spiritfarer team are good.
Hmm.
I am just off the goodwill of Spiritfarer alone. I'd check this one out.
Yeah. It looks cool. Payday 3 doesn't look cool though, to me anyway. I mean, I'm sure it looks cool to people who like the first two, but to me it looks like
Payday
another
3
one of
looks
those
like
games.
Payday,
Yep, it looks like
which is fine
Payday.
if you have friends who play Payday.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if you want to talk about bad graphics though,
Yeah, that's not the most visually stunning game I've ever seen.
I don't hear anyone shitting all over Payday 3. Just
Yeah, I
avowed,
don't know.
apparently.
Anything that dares to have a fucking style.
Yep. Persona 3 Reload, that's a remake of Persona 3.
Persona 5 Tactics, though, that's a spin off. And I do like Persona 5, and I do like tactics games, so maybe I'll like this.
Maybe you will.
I
You can play
wouldn't
it on Game
bet on it,
Pass
though.
November 17.
I would not bet on it, though, because the last Persona 5 spin off I didn't like, and that was like a Warriors game, and I typically like those. Yeah.
Sea of Thieves gets a Monkey Island crossover.
Yeah, that trailer's cute.
Yeah, yeah, it's alright. I don't know. I don't mind Monkey Island, but I've never been super into it, so. And I'm
I have
definitely not into
fond
Sea of
memories of the
Thieves.
original. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Sea of Thieves. I'm like, eh.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Flight Simulator 2024 is interesting. Did you see this trailer?
I did. There's a lot going on in that trailer.
There is. It's like you can save people that are on a cliff. You can put out fires. You
I
can.
like that they've gone from let's just do, everyone's stuck in their homes. Let's release this fucking flight sim where you can fly anywhere in practically anything. I want to say they give you a wide selection of things you can fly and places you can fly to, and it's all very realistic. But it's kind of bland. You can really only fly the things, and there's not really anything to do while flying.
Yep.
Like, I installed Microsoft Flight Sim to specifically fly the route that I would fly from Sydney Airport back to my hometown in New Zealand,
Hmm.
and then I uninstalled the game, and I was good. I was done. This is like, but what if we put an actual game into the game? And
What if?
there's like skydiving aviation, there's agricultural aviation, paramedic aviation, all these different types of flying that you either knew were there or maybe you didn't know because some of them were kind of fucking obscure. There's like
Hmm.
low altitude flight training and shit.
Yep.
And then they're like, fucking Dune, have a goddamn thropter fly around one of these fucking sci-fi dragonfly helicopter things.
Yep. It's yeah, it's rad. It looks really cool. I mean I played around a little bit with the last one, and
Hmm.
it's neat. It's a neat thing that you
Yeah,
can fiddle
it's an
around with.
impressive thing even. It's just
Yeah,
absolutely
it
not my cup of
is.
tea.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'll save some people. Sure, why not?
Yeah. Gives me big Simcopter vibes.
It does, yeah.
Fuck, what a game.
Um, Senua Saga Hellblade 2 had some footage.
It's funny because when they popped up on the presentation, like, oh, last time we showed this action gameplay, and this time we're showing this. I'm like, wait, I didn't see that action gameplay. Go back to that because it looked fucking cool. There was a giant dude.
Yeah, I don't even remember it being that actiony. Like there was that troll or whatever it was chasing,
Hmm.
and she was running away, and then she like told everyone to fight him, and then they did, and
And then, yeah, I don't know. And then what they show off this time is a completely, like, very subdued moment, lots of dialogue, close-ups of faces, very dark. It's a mood piece.
Yeah, it is a
What am I
mood
supposed to
piece,
do with
but
this Xbox?
if you've played the first Hellblade, you know what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, you do.
So I don't
I don't know what the point of that was.
know. Neither do I.
I'm looking forward to that game. Hellblade 1 was cool. I need to
I
finish it, but
bet you're looking forward to this one too. Like a
oh,
Dragon, Infinite Wealth
I was
revealed for
so
2024.
mad. I was
Yeah.
so mad when I saw that pop up in the presentation. I'm like, Aaron, you didn't tell me that there was a new Like a Dragon, and that it's called Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth,
Ah,
and that it's set in Hawaii.
yes.
What
It
the
is all of
fuck?
those things.
The most insane thing about the Like a Dragon games is that
Hmm.
they've given them not one but two brand new maps. If this is anything to go by, because
Hmm.
Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon, completely new map
Yeah.
for the Yakuza franchise. This one, if it is like entirely set in Hawaii, completely brand new map again, and
Yeah.
with a cadre of fantastic American voice actors, I am sure.
Yeah.
You run into one American guy in Like a Dragon 1,
Hmm.
and he is the most American. He's
Right.
just like over pronouncing all of his English words very slowly.
Yeah.
Bright blonde hair, bright blue eyes, looks inhuman. Like, is this how Japanese people see us? Wild.
Yeah. This was a fun little trailer. Like, it didn't. No, there's no gameplay or anything really. It's just a cutscene, I guess, from the beginning of the game.
Yep.
Um, and it's fun. It's a
Wherein
fun thing.
Ichiban wakes up on a beach,
Yep,
buck ass nude.
he sure does. Early next
Ichiban's a
year.
character. He's a good guy.
Fallout 76 is going to Atlantic City.
And I don't care. That game burnt every bridge with me it could ever have as soon as I reviewed it.
Yeah, I didn't play it.
You made the right choice.
I think I did. Thank you.
Definitely. I
Thank
agree.
you.
You've never made a more correct choice in your life.
Yeah, I don't think I have. Capcom reveals Path of the Goddess. This was an interesting. It's a new Capcom game. It's a brand new thing from Capcom. That's an action-focused game with horror themes, says IGN, and a colorful aesthetic.
Yeah, I think I glimpsed this one. I was sort of playing Zelda at the same time.
Hmm.
It's definitely colorful.
Yeah, and also full of like dead things.
Yeah. This is another one of those games where I'm like, it's kind of giving me Neo vibes.
Mm.
Like, specifically the
Here we go. Here's
very
combat.
dead things with a lot of the red, like,
Ah, right. Yeah, I get you.
yeah. It's got that vibe. The combat, not so much. Like, the gameplay, the sort of out camera. The fuck am I trying to say?
The out camera, yeah, for sure.
The camera that's, like, really, really drawn back.
Right. Yeah. It looks. Yeah, it looks cool.
Sure.
Towerborn is a co-op adventure in an ever-changing world. It has a brighter, more colorful world than Banner Saga, and it's coming to Xbox Game Pass sometime in 2024.
Be fucking hard to not have a more colorful, brighter world than Banner Saga. Have you played those games?
I know what they look like.
They are the most.
Oh, oh, he's gone. Oh no, what happened? What happened? Copy, and we'll. Hmm. You're gone. Come back. just kicked himself or something. I don't know what happened. Maybe Talk Studio kicked him. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm back, apparently.
That's It's nice.
I don't know what happened there. I just got the full yellow screen and everything was gone.
Okay. Well, Towerborn. Yep, that's a thing. No one else is a thing. This game looks fucking rad.
Yeah.
Still Lakes
Yeah.
the Deep.
Who is making that?
I can't remember. Am I 17 or older? Yes, IGN, I am. Thank you
By
so
just
much for
so
asking.
many years.
Shut up. Only a couple. Chinese Room.
Oh yeah, this is made by the fucking Amnesia people.
That's right.
Yeah. Terrifying.
Oh, for sure.
Hate underwater. It's a bad time. Current
Yeah, I
season of
don't-
Destiny is really
yeah,
fucking
no.
with me.
Into it.
I mean, it looks
being,
cool though.
Being stuck on big shell like that. Ugh, crazy.
Slipping on bird crap every other day.
Ah! Gotta plant C4 all over the place.
Murder all those birds.
Oh god, I
Good
don't believe-
times.
Dungeons of Hinterberg has a very flat shaded sort of art style to it, like lots of two colors, two tone.
Two-tone, I think, is what
scenes.
you're going for, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Here we go.
Yeah, it looks neat. I don't want to say that it's got a Breath of the Wild sort of vibe to it.
Why would you? Nothing does.
Because everything is Breath of the Wild now. I don't know. Looks neat. Looks. I want to see some uninterrupted gameplay. That's my big takeaway from Keigh3 is.
Yeah.
God, do I want to just see some fucking demos?
Same.
Even if they have to have the horrible forced like teamwork commentary, I'll take that.
Yeah. Elder Scrolls is getting an expansion. City Skylines 2.
Lauren was very excited for this, and it looks
Oh, was
good.
she?
I'm not like a SimCity type dude. So the fact that Lauren was very excited about this means that this has something going on.
I spent like 5 or 6 hours on the first game. There was like a couple of sessions with it. You know, I just sat down and just played around with it. It's fun. It's a fun time, and this one looks like it's even bigger and better. So
yeah, it seems like what a sequel to that kind of game should be.
Yeah. Don't Nod reveals climbing game Jouissant. Like how
yes,
put that bit
Don't
of stank
Nod.
on it.
Don't Nod, the team behind Life is Strange and that one I can never remember.
All right, sounds good.
Remember me.
It's coming. The one that literally has the word remember in
Yep.
it. Yeah.
I can never fucking remember it. That was a game that existed.
It's there's a kid and he's got this little grub looking thing on his shoulder and he's a lot of climbing.
Yeah, look, I like climbing. I've been playing
Climbing
Legend of
is great.
Zelda.
Yeah, you have to love climbing if you're playing those games.
No, you don't actually, as it
You do.
turns
You
out.
have to. Well, okay. With Breath of
Breath
the
of the
Wild,
Wild,
you did, not
yes.
the new one so much.
No, I don't think I've climbed a
Honestly.
single thing.
Okay. Maybe I should play that game. Because I hated the climbing in Breath of the Wild.
You can get around so much fucking climbing in this game.
Oh my god, I should play it. Yeah, it looks good. I don't know. It's a little kid that's climbing. He's got a little fucking bug thing.
Yeah, no, it's that feels like a pretty typical indie-ish sort of offering there.
Yeah. Overall, again, I thought the Xbox showcase was pretty good. I'm gonna say it was badass even.
Yep, agreed. I don't think Xbox has had a good conference or showcase in years.
Mm-hmm.
There have been ones that are fine, possible.
Yeah.
This one is actually like, oh shit, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that. I didn't know about that.
Mm-hmm.
There's stuff. There are questions though, like where the fuck is Eternal Dark? Not Eternal Dark. Perfect Dark. I'm getting my darks mixed up.
Yep, sure are. Starfield. This is the.
And then there's
an
this.
hour on the Yeah, like it finished, and then they were like, "Oh, here's one more. Like this is our one more thing. An hour of Starfield."
Yeah, you look at the
Um,
fucking timeline of the video and you're like, wait, there's still an hour missing. What the fuck?
uh, this looks. It sounds good.
Now,
What it sounds like they're going to deliver is good to me.
what it sounds like they are hoping to deliver.
Yes, that's what I mean. What it sounds like they are aiming to release on day one sounds very good.
It is interesting that you specifically avoided the word look there.
Hmm.
Do you not think that it looks good for what it is, for what they have shown?
I feel it's very well edited.
Yes, and thus it definitely looks good.
Yes, it does look good, but
I
does
think
it?
I think just on a moment to moment basis, cutting out like trying to get away from as much fancy editing as you can, just on like a if you compare this to Bethesda's most recent offerings, this game actually looks nice on a visual level.
Oh, this shits all over everything they've
Which,
ever made
yeah,
before. Yes.
yeah, no, I just wanted to clear that up because
Oh,
the way you were specifically avoiding the word look made me
no,
think otherwise.
I'm talking more about like from a gameplay
As an
perspective, not so
experience.
much as like graphically.
Sure,
Graphically, it
sure, sure.
looks incredible, sure, but
What they're trying to sell here is ambitious,
uh-huh.
very ambitious. It's very big.
1,000
Was
planets.
Yeah, the last time someone tried to sell me on 1,000 planets, we got No Man's Sky.
Well, no, they have infinite planets.
Yeah, and didn't fucking help them, did it?
No, 1,000 is a lot less than infinite, so
Yeah,
you would hope it's better
substantially less.
in
Yes.
that respect.
I think the stuff that interests me most about Starfield isn't the size and scope of it, although that is something. Um, it looks like someone at Bethesda finally looked in their like back catalog of ZeniMax publishing stuff and were like, "Huh, New Vegas, we didn't make this one. Maybe I should check that out." And then found that good RPGs start with good basics. They have like origin stuff, character building stuff, traits, things that make your character interesting to play and make you want to replay it in different ways with different characters.
Right.
That stuff, in theory, sounds very fucking cool.
Mm,
In theory.
in theory.
Now, a lot of that's going to depend on, how the systems are working, how the engines work. If that game is running on the Creation Engine again,
Mm,
which I would not be surprised if it is. Like they've done a lot of they've done a hell of a facelift to that thing if that is the case. But they are very attached to that engine.
Starfield is built on Creation Engine 2.
So I think up until now everything's been on Creation Engine 1 and iterations of that.
What if I tell you this is just a modified and updated form of Creation Engine anyway? It's nothing. It's not like they started from the ground level
Oh, okay.
and
Well,
rebuilt
look,
the engine.
here's the thing. If they did start from ground level, I wouldn't expect that much better in terms of like stability or anything. Because
Right.
if they don't know how to work with an engine they've been using for decades,
Hmm.
the fuck is the use of them making one from scratch and starting with that?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
you know that this game is just going to be like, or it definitely feels like it's going to be held together at the seams by fucking duct tape and the collective wishes of everyone in that studio just being like, oh, please get a good fucking Metacritic score. I need that bonus. It's it sounds promising. They're really selling the hell out of it. It's got a lot of cool stuff that a lot of RPGs that I like have in them. It's got fucking companions and cool places to go and exploration and character building and all this cool RPG shit that you don't get in a lot of unless it's like a very specifically built RPG. You kind of miss out on that.
Yeah.
And then there's the space stuff. It's like so many planets to go look at, and they're not all going to be the same, and not all of them are going to be useful, and you can build a base wherever you like, and you can invite your fucking companions to come to your base and work and mine resources while you're away, and you can get into fucking ship battles, and you can build your ship in any way you want, and this all sounds great. I'll believe it when I see it.
The ship stuff to me is fucking rad. Like I want to build just I just want like the fastest ship. I want something that just looks fucking cool, and that's what I want.
I like the dumb one that looked like a fucking Gundam toy.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. I can't wait to see all the dicks that get made.
Oh yeah, surely.
So many dicks.
Even unintentionally, there's going to be a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's just like it's a shape. It is symmetrical, and it makes sense.
Yeah.
Phallic ships are an inevitability.
So many dicks. There's a tweet here. Set up your home among the stars. Assign crew and companions. Set up extractors to harvest resources. Establish cargo links to move resources between outposts. Add crafting and research stations. And there's a little video here where they're showing some of the building of the station, and there's like a little robot. And yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah, one of the specific.
Oh, here's the Gundam one here.
Yeah, that fucking stupid toy-looking thing.
It takes off.
So unaerodynamic.
Amazing.
One thing, because they've dabbled with this sort of like customization building aspect before. Fallout 4 had the village, like the settlement construction stuff.
Yeah.
I never engaged with that though, because you always kind of had to do it at ground level. You could never. Like, this game seems to be like, oh, you can go for a bird's eye view and just build up from there. And that sounds cool. It sounds good. It sounds like something I would want to engage in. This, on paper, seems like the kind of game that I could boot up, get past the tutorial, and then just fuck off for hours and never touch the main quest. And if it's that,
right.
Sick. I love that. That's what I've been doing in Zelda.
Yeah, so once on a planet, players will have the choice to build an outpost that can be a home base of sorts. These can be built most anywhere on any given planet and can also be customized to make it a perfect place to relax among the stars. Once they're built, players can assign their crew and companions to work there, set up... Yeah, sorry, we already read that. As if that wasn't enough.
Like, my big plan here is to just become a space pirate, attack ships, disable them, blast people out of their own airlocks, and then sell the ships for money.
Sounds good. As if there wasn't enough, players will also be able to fly through the stars with their very own ship that can be customized a variety of ways. To give an example of how flexible the ship crafting system is, the Starfield Direct basically showed someone build a ship that looks like Optimus Prime. And then, yeah, space combat looks pretty cool.
Yeah, see, that stuff looks pretty fast and fun and frantic.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Are you throwing shade at something?
I might be. That's foreshadowing.
We can talk about that later. Foreshading, yeah. Yep, character customization looks good.
Yep, they were talking about how every NPC in the game is made from the tool... Well, could be made from the tools within the game, which seems pretty, like, obvious. I feel like that should be the case, but... I mean, it's not something I've ever really thought about until they mentioned it. I'm like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool.
Combat looks good too.
Combat looks good, which is a rarity in Bethesda games.
Bethesda game, yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. There is a very specific bit in the presentation where they show like some low gravity areas, and there's a bit where your character's like floating in midair. He shoots and he gets launched back from the like projectile thrust.
Yep.
Like, that's fucking cool. I got nothing more to add to that. That's just fucking neat.
I'm getting Wolfenstein vibes off of this.
Kinda, yeah.
Thing. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I just was never expecting gunplay to be the thing that's like, okay, that looks actually pretty fucking good.
Not for Bethesda games.
No, God no.
Definitely not known for their combat.
Well, yeah, and like at least of all this specific Bethesda thing, because up until they showed gunplay in any of it, I was like, is this just like an explorer thing? What's the deal? Because, I don't know, Starfield just doesn't have a real gun, shooty, bang, bang vibe to it until they start whipping out guns.
Sure. Overall, yeah, I thought this was really cool, and it does make me interested in the game. And I mean, it's gonna be on Game Pass, so I'll fucking play it. Sure, why not?
Yeah, and like if I get it on Game Pass, maybe I'll just get the controller. So it'll be like, yep, I may as well pay for the game. Although
Yeah,
controllers are substantially more expensive.
September 6th is when they
How
come
about
out.
that watch?
The watch is pretty cool. That's thing's gonna be expensive because they've got prices for every edition on their website except for that one.
Yeah, that tracks.
So I'm very interested to know how much that's going to be. I have to get rid of these fucking Google ads every
Oh,
time.
here comes that shade.
Star Wars Outlaws. Oh, so we got to talk about Ubisoft. Yeah. Overall, the Xbox thing was good. Starfield was good.
Yep. No arguments here at all.
Ubisoft Forward, on the other hand, not the worst. Not the worst showcase. I'm gonna say it right now. They're the worst one.
Yeah, okay.
But Star Wars Outlaws got 10 minutes of gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very open world. You can do some
Stuff and things.
some stealth stuff. Hide
Yep.
hide if you want to. If you get found out, you can shoot people.
Yep.
You can ride some speeders. You can take off in a ship and go to different planets and do some space battles.
Yeah, seeing the like on foot stuff immediately gave me Watch Dogs 2 vibes. Like it feels very much Ubisoft, which is not a bad thing necessarily.
As soon as she crouched behind a thing and then ordered her little creature to go and like distract people, I was like, "Oh, fucking, this is Watch Dogs."
Yep.
But then she started shooting people, and I was like, "Oh, looks okay." And then
Hey, Watch Dogs 2 had guns. It just felt super jarring to use them because you were like
yeah,
a funny, jokey fucking 20-year-old.
yeah, and her gun does different things.
Seems to have different settings, so it can be just normal gun or it can be like an overcharge shot to disrupt shields or stuff.
Right.
Yeah, there seemed like some neat stuff in there. It also looked like it had some kind of basic, I don't want to say parkour, but like climbing mechanics, because there is a bit where she like hangs off a box to
Yeah.
sort of traverse the warehouse that they're sneaking through.
Crazian says he's surprised they didn't announce a limited edition Starfield Xbox.
As am I. I'd have bought that on the spot. No, I wouldn't have. I already have an Xbox that I think is mostly a waste.
Yeah, it is weird that they didn't announce a Starfield Xbox. If they're going to do a limited special edition Xbox, it seems like Starfield's the one to go with.
Especially since they're getting a controller for it and a headset.
Exactly, yeah. A controller, a headset, a watch. Might
And we'll
as well.
just sell you some white, brown, and orange paint, and you can do it yourself.
Yep, that'll do it. Sure, why not? Yeah. So Outlaws has been made by Massive, who did fucking what's it called? The Division
Sure.
games. But this is
Those
going to be
games are fine, I guess.
this is going to be a single player game. No the multiplayer online bullshit.
Watch them somehow get a season pass in there, or microtransactions of some kind.
It's an Ubisoft game, of course. There'll be
Apparently.
other ways to spend money.
Apparently, they're getting to the point with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, they're starting to like phase that one out. They're just giving away stuff for free just to keep people playing that game up until the next one comes out.
Fair enough. I like the look of this game.
It looks fucking cool.
Yeah, like we literally just finished Jedi Survivor like a couple of months ago or a month ago. I don't know. It wasn't that long ago, and I'm ready for another one. So if I can go alternating Jedi and Outlaws games, sure.
Yeah, I'd be way into that. Outlaws has the attitude and style that I've wanted in a fucking Star Wars game in forever, but all you ever used to get was Battlefront or Jedi shit.
Right.
These are your two options. You never get to be the cool smuggler, and this is finally that. People are mad, obviously, because, you know, can't have playable female characters. Absolutely
Oh,
not.
really? Is that
Oh,
a
no.
thing? Is that a thing now?
Yes, of course that's a
Really?
thing. You know that's a
What?
thing.
I didn't know that was a what?
You had to assume.
I did not assume.
Well, you have too much faith in this community, then.
I gave up on Star Wars community a long time ago.
Oh, I meant the gaming community, but yeah, sure, either one.
Both, I guess.
Yeah,
Star Wars
it's an
and
intersection of trash.
yeah. uh, yeah. I didn't think about it. I didn't.
Yeah, people are being weird about it, and people are weird. I think the character looks cool. I think that fucking droid companion looks even cooler. God damn.
Yeah, he's a
Put
badass.
loose clothes on commando droids, and it's fucking sick.
Yeah.
This is like loose clothes on top of superhero outfits.
I've seen some thirst for him already on
Oh,
Twitter.
yeah,
so,
from
yeah.
me. Fuck that droid. Anyway. There is one thing that I am not like completely sold on in this gameplay, and so you kind of is there a seamless transition from ground to space? It seems like there's probably like a cutscene-ish thing
Yeah, they
where
did like
you load in.
in the presentation. They went into the ship, they sat down, and then there was a cut to a cutscene where the ship took off, and then
And it's just going through space clouds for a bit.
yeah, you're in control there because there's like a HUD, and then you're in space and you're controlling then, and then they do a little bit of a space battle, and they go into hyperspeed, and then come out to a different planet, and then it cuts. So I don't know if you can actually go.
If they do seamless like land to space, that would be cool. I'm not gonna say it's a deal breaker if they don't. The thing that kind of bugs me is a lot of that space flight combat just doesn't feel very fast, which is a shame.
Yeah.
I feel like the speeder bike stuff felt fast.
I think it would depend on what ship you're flying too.
Assuming you have multiple ships, sure.
True. I mean, they're calling it an open world game, so I'm assuming you can just jack ships. But I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be neat. But like, if we go back to the Starfield stuff, that space combat looked like it had like a speed and
Yeah.
like some velocity to it. This, until you like use the boost button to get away from enemies, it just feels like you're very static. You're very passive.
Yeah.
And then shit starts zooming past you when you speed boost, and then you're back, and then you hit the hyperdrive, and it's a cutscene, and it's like, well, what did we actually do here?
I don't know. Yeah.
I'd be keen to be proven wrong. Like, if that just feels faster in the moment, great.
I would like some unedited gameplay for sure.
It's the fucking magic phrase.
Yeah. This Avatar game's still coming.
Shut up. What the fuck is Avatar?
Avatar, it's like have you ever seen Dances with Wolves?
I haven't.
Oh, Pocahontas.
Yes.
Similar to Pocahontas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like that.
Making a game out of that?
Yeah. Well, they make a game out of Avatar, which is kind of similar to Pocahontas.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Not, I mean, I play Pocahontas.
Tell me about this Avatar game, because I did not watch the trailer when you sent it to me out of spite.
Have you ever played a Far Cry game?
I have, multiple.
What if you were a blue person?
Oh, was that it?
That's it.
Is that all you had?
That's it.
Is it a first-person game?
It's a first-person. I'd say shooter, but it's bows and arrows. So
I mean, look,
they
Far Cry
get
Primal
guns.
was a first-person shooter.
They get guns in the second movie, so I assume they get guns in this game.
I would assume so. Yeah, I don't know. Avatar's not the most fucking thrilling property in the world, for me, at least.
I made it an hour and 10 minutes into that second one.
They made a second one?
They made a second one, yeah. Yeah, they're making 5 of them, actually.
That can't be right.
Yeah. The third one's out, like, next
God,
year.
did someone lose a fucking bet or something?
Yeah, I think someone lost a bet to James Cameron, and they were like, "Oh fuck! Now I have to actually produce these things."
Oh no, they're gonna make me so much money. Fuck. Oh,
Anyway, yeah, it's totally a Far Cry game with Avatar people.
I mean, look, if you're gonna make a Far Cry game, it may as well be Ubisoft making it.
I guess. I'm sure someone can do a better job, honestly. At this point,
Probably. Give it to Arcane. Sure.
yeah, sure. Yep, they definitely make a good one.
Maybe not Arcane Austin. Maybe Arcane Austin needs a bit of a rest.
They can make good games. It's just
Yeah, no, totally.
they just
There
had
was just a bit of a hiccup with that last one.
yeah, exactly. That's just a little
Just give them a rest for a little bit. They'll be back
they
on their
tripped
feet.
a little. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Now this game,
Yeah!
this
Prince
game
of
was
Persia.
good.
God
For
damn.
starters, Prince of Persia.
Fuck,
Right.
I'm so excited.
It's a 2D action Metroidvania, which they're calling semi-open world, whatever that means.
It just means that you can go from area to area, which is just a Metroidvania.
Yeah, more areas open up as you gain new powers and improve. That's a Metroidvania. There are
Yeah.
a lot of games fast-paced sword action with plenty of flashy finishing moves on some of the tougher enemies. Time powers are also present, but sometimes your enemies will use them against you. Prince of Persia: Lost Crown is launching on January 18, 2024.
I'm so fucking excited. I have heard nothing but praise for this fucking demo that people got to play.
Yep.
I want to play it. I want to play it so bad.
Yeah,
Usually like Mr. Fuck Ubisoft, but goddamn.
It's been a while since I've played a Metroidvania. Or
Did you not play Metroid Dread?
no, I didn't.
That's really good. You should.
Yeah, I'm. For some reason, I didn't get it. Yeah, no, I probably Guacamelee 2 is like the last.
Also really good.
Really good, yeah.
Those Guacamelee games
Both
fucking
of those,
rule.
both of those are really good.
God damn.
Yeah, that's probably like the last one I played. So, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this. I'm gonna play the shit out of it for sure. It looks
I
great.
fucking adore the Prince of Persia franchise. Like the Sands of Time trilogy, one of the best trilogies of video games ever made, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
They really hold up. I find it weird that people are like, why not just make it like the original Prince of Persia, and then they don't seem to realize that it's like the original Prince of Persia. It was the Jordan Mechner one.
Yes,
Is that the right
yes,
one?
they were.
With the rotoscope graphics and
They're very
his-
slow.
it was
Very
his kid brother in the fucking pajamas.
yeah. The jumps literally take like 5 minutes, and I remember playing
They're
it on,
great.
Um,
Murder that kid so many times.
a friend of mine lived across the road, and they had a really, I mean, at that time it was new, but like it was an
Cutting edge.
old Macintosh, and I played
Back
Prince of
before they
Persia
lost
on
the
it.
Intosh.
And it was I liked it. It was cool.
Yeah, it was
But-
really cool. It has not aged well.
It hasn't aged well at all. Not at all.
Yeah, no, this... I don't know. I love a good Metroidvania. I love Prince of Persia. It would be really hard for Ubisoft to fuck this one up. Let's see how they do it.
Krajan says that 1989 is when the original came out.
That original's 2 years older than I am. Fuck.
Yeah, I played it when I was like 5 or 6, I guess. So,
That tracks.
couple of years after it came out.
Is that before they invented color, or...
I had a black and white TV, but color existed.
did it
Yeah.
just out in the world?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Wild.
Also, color TV existed, but we had. A
Oh,
TV. Yeah. I played the Master System version of Sonic in black and white.
wild. My first Sonic experience was Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on Master System 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I always thought people were crazy when they were like, my favorite Sonic level is Chemical Plant Zone from Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I'm like, I don't remember that shit at all. And I played it, I'm like, oh no, this is a great level. What the fuck was I playing? The fucking sudden realization that your childhood was the off-brand one.
Right, yeah. Um, I love that first Sonic game though, even though like they're a lot slower the Master System ones because they don't have blast processing, you know.
Yeah, that's why.
So they're a lot slower and they're more you don't have many loop de loops, you know.
No.
Don't have any like pipes, like things to go down, like those.
Yeah,
things.
there was none of that fucking what was that, parallax shit? The fucking
Yeah. They're a lot
3D-ish stuff.
They're a lot more platformy than the Mega Drive games.
Yes, they were. There's also a hang glider, if I remember right.
I'm not sure if I played Sonic 2, the Master System version. I had a Mega Drive by that time.
Creation brings up something that I don't think came up in any of our Keigh3 talk. Sonic Superstars.
Sonic Superstars looks cool.
It looks really fucking cool. As someone who really enjoyed Sonic Generations and Sonic Mania, this seems like the kind of thing that I would really get behind.
Yeah, new graphics, new levels, 4-player co-op. Which
do you like New Super Mario Brothers?
Yeah.
Then this seems like that. I wonder if they'll have that really annoying thing where platforming with more than 2 people feels like putting fucking cricket balls in a washing machine.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like it'd be worse if it was Sonic.
Yeah, no, it feels kind of appropriate.
Yeah. And then you get like power-ups. There's like there's a section in the trailer where they like turn into Pac-Man octopuses.
Yeah, they turn into weird squids and start fucking swimming.
Mm-hmm. Don't know, but it looks cool.
Super weird and cool.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, there's no online multiplayer.
That's the thing. Yeah, it's like what you. I think I told you this, but it's like Sega always has to have like one thing in their games that's just like.
Can you not just have all good decisions, Sega? Can you not just not fuck it up?
We're gonna have 4-player co-op. Oh, that sounds great. It's local only. Oh, fucking what? Why? Why?
Remember those like 2 years where like we couldn't get out of the house?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's have local only co-op on things.
Yeah. Anyway, Assassin's Creed Mirage got some gameplay, footage. Looks like an Assassin's Creed game, like a classic Assassin's Creed game. You remember those?
That's the most appealing thing you could say about an Assassin's Creed game to me.
Here we go. We'll
like,
get to the game.
Don't get me wrong. I'm a big fan of Assassin's Creed's 2 through Syndicate, let's say.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's the admittedly very large sweet spot of Assassin's Creed for me.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed 1 I even like quite a lot. It's weird and jank, but it's got something. And then they went and made Origins and Odyssey and Valhalla, which admittedly I am yet to play. So Odyssey and Origins are just like, they're RPGs. And they're not very good RPGs. They're RPGs with not very good combat. They're RPGs with okay stealth.
Mm-hmm.
But stealth doesn't matter when you can't insta-kill people with your stealth attack. So
sure, yeah.
I don't know. Those games piss me off a lot. Which is a shame because there's a lot to like about them. If Mirage is going for a more stealth-focused thing, and that headline where combat is a backup solution seems to indicate that,
yeah.
Fuck yeah. I'm in. I want in. And also they have a Prince of Persia costume for pre-ordering, and
they do.
I'm a sucker for cosmetics and Prince of Persia. Yeah, it's very tempting.
It's pretty cool.
I'm not going to do it though because it's Ubisoft. Although I did see the pre-order bonus for Prince of Persia, which is the Warrior Within costume. I'm like, shit.
Yep.
I think I might have to.
Don't make him do it, Ubisoft.
Just give it to me. Be cool. You guys used to be cool.
Be cool for once in your lives.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed Mirage looks neat. I kind of want to get through Valhalla before then, but I don't. I don't think I can. The game's very big.
Yeah. The gameplay focused on the concept that there's always a discreet way to take out your enemies, whether that's through Basim's hidden blade, blow darts, or smoke bombs. The game takes place in 19th century Baghdad and will follow Basim in a tragic coming-of-age story. The game launches,
Aren't they all?
like all games, in
Aren't all
October.
coming of age stories tragic in some way?
Maybe. This was a weird thing. Assassin's Creed Nexus is a VR thing where you become different characters from Assassin's Creed. So the trailer had Ezio, Cassandra, and Connor.
Mm-hmm. Those are the three you would pick. Maybe not Connor.
The game
I
takes,
like Connor.
fair enough. The game takes Assassin's Creed's classic stealth assassination gameplay and brings it to the first-person perspective, where players will still be able to use the hidden blade, sword, smoke bombs, bow, and more. The game is coming to MetaQuest 2 and does not yet have a release date.
Oh, Meta, I don't fucking care.
Oh yeah, it's I believe it's being
Wow,
pro.
this is not gameplay footage, but it is 100% going to make someone throw up.
Yeah.
Like, it's making me a little queasy, and I'm watching it in a fucking window. In a window.
It's being co-produced by Meta, so it's just Quest only.
Yeah, I have no interest in this.
Yeah. Well, I still don't even understand what's going on. It's just literally
This is a proof of concept CG trailer. It's not going to tell you shit.
it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna jump off here.
This literally looks like, I mean, for one, it's not gameplay, so hard to say. But it really feels like a proof of concept tech demo kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to have like 5-minute levels as each assassin, and you get to do one cool thing as each, and that's it.
This is interesting. Codename Jade is another Assassin's Creed thing. It's a mobile game.
Oh.
So, you know, take that as you will. But from the little bit of gameplay here, like it's very like action focused.
Yeah, this almost looks like a real Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah, almost. And it's pretty cool. It's set in China. And yeah, looks neat, but yeah, again, mobile. So,
Yep.
not gonna play
Hard
it.
for me to get excited about that.
The Crew Motorfest is an interesting thing for the Crew to do. The first two The Crew games both took place in the entirety of the US. Like it's
Yes.
like a condensed version of America.
Yeah, it's the USA Greatest Hits collection.
Pretty much, yeah. So this one is like a spin-off of The Crew, much like, let's say, Forza Horizon.
Yeah, that.
This is called The Crew Motorfest, and it takes
Aren't the
place...
Crew games like? Aren't they also just fucking like motorsport festivals at their core anyway?
I don't know. I only played the first one. And
I've watched people play them. That's I've somehow less of an experience.
I didn't play much of the first one because it controlled like absolute fucking garbage. Like
Yeah,
the worst racing game I've ever played. It's
You played a lot.
awful. I have played a lot. I played the best one, Drive Club, and then a lot of other ones. But the best one, Drive Club.
The
Never
best,
played
the worst, and the rest.
I'm a little ashamed to admit it, but I'm not ashamed to admit that I loved Test Drive Unlimited 2.
Yeah,
And
no,
played-
I know some people who will listen to this podcast who will agree.
Let me bring up Steam so I can tell you how much Test Drive Unlimited 2 I played.
At a certain point, does Steam's timer just stop showing numbers and instead just say the words too much?
Maybe. Do you want to take a guess on how much Test Drive Unlimited 2 I played?
Well, it's got to be in the thousands of hours.
Probably not that much.
Not that much. Oh, then those are some fucking rookie hours, mate.
I don't. I
Um,
don't. I don't play games that long, but I do.
let's say 276 hours.
90. I played 90 hours.
Oh, you really
I mean,
oversold that.
well, look.
I played more Monster Hunter World.
It's. I'm gonna tell you that's too much time to play Test Drive Unlimited 2. Okay.
Yeah, look, it's not
It's not
the
a great
best
game.
game. Yeah, see, that's where we differ because I will say that Monster Hunter World is a great game,
Exactly.
and thus I
Yeah.
was happy to spend that time.
Right.
90 hours still isn't all that much. I feel like I've spent that much time on Tears of the Kingdom, and I haven't even fucking finished it.
Too much. But I got into that game and I loved it. I don't know. It was like a podcast game. It was like just put a podcast on and just do some
Get in the
races.
zone and just
Yeah.
absorb media while you do other stuff.
Exactly. And this,
Weirdly, just like Monster Hunter World.
right. This is set in Hawaii, just like Test Drive Unlimited 2 was. And but this is it's Ubisoft doing their own spin on things, and they have these interesting races. Basically, you can do Japan races, and when you race, there will be like dragons and shit on the track, like that, like lights. Like there'll be the track will be themed like Japan.
Right. Okay.
Or yeah.
That was way cooler until you explained it. I was way more into it when it was actual dragons.
Look at the yeah.
Oh, okay.
Look
No,
at the
I saw a glimpse.
this
Yeah.
night. Yeah, there. So there's like lanterns
Yeah.
and dragons,
Neon and shit. Yeah.
yeah. The
Okay,
night,
you've sold me.
someone needs to make more night racing games. Like
Yeah, like street racing games.
yes, like Midnight Club or fucking Need for Speed Underground. I
Sure.
loved just the nighttime with the neon and
This daytime stuff looks fine. It looks nice
I mean,
enough,
it looks-
but it's
it
not
looks-
nearly as striking as the fucking nighttime stuff.
exactly that's the thing. It's like it shows the nighttime and you're like, holy shit, that looks fucking cool, and then it cuts to daytime's like this looks just like a normal.
Look, it's
normal-ass
cars.
racing game. Yeah.
Do you like cars? And I'll be like, not really.
Oh, and there's this one with the electricity and shit.
Yeah, okay, that's fucking sick. Okay. I'm not playing this
Um,
game.
I'm gonna play
Lauren
the shit
might.
out of this game, I think, because I also hear it plays good from what I've heard. It plays like a
Oh.
racing game, maybe.
And not like the crew game.
It plays not like Tank Simulator. You know?
This racing game plays like a racing game and not like RE2.
Exactly. The original, not the remake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what the fuck? I just saw 2 words in this next headline.
So Artie Shankar. He's
It's ringing a bell.
producer. He produced a little movie called Dread,
Oh, yeah, okay.
among others.
Sure.
He came out on stage and just announced this show
Oh, it's a show?
for Netflix. It's called Captain Laserhawk: A Blood Dragon Remix. Now I haven't looked into this. Is Captain Laserhawk something that exists already, and then they're like remixing it in Blood Dragon style, or is this a whole new thing?
Look, I'm about as versed in Blood Dragon lore as anyone can be while still remaining sane. And I've never heard the name Captain Laserhawk before.
This was very confusing.
It's an original anime featuring alter egos of Ubisoft characters in a highly referenced homage to the early 90s. Okay,
Okay.
there you go.
So it's all right. Interesting.
Yep.
I don't know. I'll watch it. Why not?
Sure, I like Blood Dragon.
You know what? I've gotten into this little game called Halo Infinite. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I played it a little bit.
It's a first-person shooter
Sure is.
in an arena,
Huh?
and
The multiplayer stuff specifically.
yeah, the campaign I played like 5 hours maybe.
Yeah, that
And I was
sounds
like,
about right.
I'm done.
That's more time than you normally give them.
Yeah. It was fine. It was just like there was no purpose to anything. It was just like go here, do this thing, and then go here and do this thing, and then go here and do this thing. And it didn't seem like I was getting anywhere in the story if there was one.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Anyway, I'm talking about this because I need to get away from Halo Infinite.
Sure, I agree.
I've been playing a lot, and oh, hey, look, it's a new first-person shooter that maybe I can play instead.
You could come play Destiny.
X Defiant is from Ubisoft, and I think they announced it years ago, but they're doing a beta, open beta from June 21st to 23rd on consoles and PC. They showed some gameplay. It looks rad, and there's like tons of maps. Like there's 14 maps at launch, and then they're adding 12 in the first season. So yeah, lots of maps. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna see how I go.
You do that, and then
cool.
be very, very sad when it lasts a season.
Yeah, it is a Ubisoft game.
Yeah, and it is a multiplayer game that you're getting into.
What's that? Oh yeah, that's
Knockout City. Splitgate.
Splitgate's still going.
What's
Splitgate
the other
is still
one?
going. It's just that the people that made it are not updating it anymore. They're done. But it's still going.
You
You can
feel like
you
you're
play
really
Splitgate if you
stretching
want
the
to.
definition of it's still going.
If you want to play it, you can.
It still functions,
It
but
functions.
the seasons aren't going.
There's no seasons anymore. It's done because they're making a second one, a new one.
I hope they spell Splitgate with a 2 instead of an S.
Oh fuck yeah! I'll play it double as hard. Yeah, Knockout City's over though.
Yeah, over as fuck.
Although the PC version, they're supposed to release the ability to create your own server and you can host games on your own server.
Well, that's something.
So it will live on. But
Have you considered just playing single player games?
I played Jedi Survivor. That's a single player game. I don't know. There's something these days like it takes a lot for me to get into a single player game. I have to be. I really have to. It has to be a Star Wars game, I guess. I don't know. It has to be Star Wars or Marvel.
It's not that the bar is low. It's that the bar is very specific.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. If Jedi Survivor was not a Star Wars game, I probably wouldn't have played it.
No, you wouldn't have gotten half as far through. You wouldn't have gotten hooked by any means.
No. So, I don't know. Yeah, it takes a lot for me to bother with single player games these days. And also, I just don't have a ton of time. So, I could just sit down and play a couple of matches of a multiplayer game and be like, yeah, that was good. I had fun.
Yeah, fair enough. Hey, multiplayer games, why not get stuck into fucking Skull and Bones?
You make me laugh, Josh. The long-delayed Skull and Bones is getting a closed beta from August 25 to August 28. You can register now at the game's official
It's a very
website.
closed beta.
It's super closed. The beta's announcement was accompanied by a live musical performance set to a montage of Skull and Bones gameplay.
I can
Do you
get
even know what
gameplay
this
of a
game
game that
is?
doesn't exist.
I
I thought it was just the sailing part of Assassin's Creed, but turned into a multiplayer game.
I'm not gonna play the song because it might be copyrighted. Show me the game.
Really struggling to get some gameplay.
What gameplay? I can't see anything, bro.
Yeah, no, this really does. Like, I always assumed it was just the ship stuff from Assassin's Creed, but turned into a multiplayer game.
And it's taken 15 years for this.
When was that first announced?
I don't know, fucking ages ago.
God. Anyway,
Yeah.
we've already spent more time on Skull and Bones than Ubisoft have, really.
The Division's getting a mobile game.
Woo!
Ubisoft sizzle reel reveals Jet Set Radio and Halo crossovers.
Fucking Halo, you can't escape it.
Um,
Wait, Jet Set Radio? What the fuck?
okay, so a sizzle reel reveal Anno 1800 celebrating 25 years on PC and console. For Honor, Year 7, Season 2, starting on June 15. Trackmania out now on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. A new planet coming to Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope. A Roller Champions and Jet Set Radio crossover.
That makes sense.
That definitely makes sense.
Yeah.
I wonder if they fixed Roller Champions, because at launch, it had lag. Bad.
I'm amazed it's still going.
It is a Ubisoft game. Master Chief and the... this is supposed to be Arbiter, right?
Airbiter.
Arabita. Joining Brawlhalla. A free trial for Rocksmith Plus on PC and mobile. The Crew 2 Season 8, Episode 2 out now. A new Skate add-on coming to Riders Republic. Skate add-on.
The Brawlhalla thing makes sense. I mean, there's a lot of weird crossovers with that. I'm pretty sure Shovel Knight's in that game, and I'm pretty sure Asuka from WWE is in that game.
What about Rayman coming to Sparks of Hope?
Oh, man. I gotta play more of that game.
I knew it. I knew I'd get you.
That's a shame, because I liked that first game a lot, and the second one just absolutely did not get any hooks in.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah. Oh, well.
I always wanted to play the first one, and I never got to it.
First one's really good.
And I still didn't bother.
Play the first one. Even if you don't play the first one, play the Donkey Kong DLC for the first one, because that Donkey Kong DLC fucking slaps. It is so good.
All right. This is the
Is this the worst one?
This is the worst one.
Do we want to give a rating to Ubisoft?
Oh, Ubisoft, it's a meh. I think. I mean, it had Star Wars, and that's cool, and...
Had Prince of Persia.
It did have Prince of Persia.
And that Assassin's Creed stuff sounds pretty good.
It sounds good.
Sure.
It's a meh. It's a meh for me.
I'll give it a badass.
All right.
Begrudgingly.
Okay. So Capcom had a showcase, which
Most
they
glorious
didn't
Capcom.
really need to have. Let's face it.
I did see someone tweet out, like, this could have been an email.
It really could have been an email. Dragon's Dogma 2 got a gameplay deep dive trailer, which I don't... If it's a trailer, I don't think it's a deep dive.
No, a deep dive can't be anything less than 5 minutes.
Dragon's Dogma 2 got a gameplay trailer at today's showcase showing off the large, wide fantasy world players will explore. We learned about the new pawn system where NPC... That's P-A-W-N.
Yes, pawn as in a chess pawn.
Yes, not the other one. Where NPC characters will fight the game's giant beasts alongside you. Capcom also said the world is 4 times the size of the original.
I need to point out that the pawn system is not a new thing. That was in the first game as well.
Well, this is the new pawn system.
Unless it's like a changed system. But you used to basically make your own character, and then you make your pawn, who was like your sidekick.
Okay, so this is NPC characters will fight.
Yeah, I guess so. The fuck is Pragmata?
Ones you don't create. We'll get there.
No. I need you to tell me, what the fuck is Pragmata?
You ever played a Strand game?
Once or twice. Twice, actually.
What if there was a Strand game that had decent looking combat?
Are you talking about Destiny 2?
Maybe. So basically, you're carrying this kid around on your back.
It's
Looks
definitely
like
not Destiny 2.
looks like she's there the whole time. No, no, that's not true. Okay, so firstly, let's talk about this. All right, let's watch the trailer. Let's watch the trailer. Okay,
What the fuck was that?
let's watch the trailer for this. Can you hear it?
I don't know why I leaned into that. No, I can't.
Oh,
I'll use my imagination.
okay. Well, I don't know if the stream can hear it either. So
Yeah, no, but there's like a dude fighting off robots and shit, and that
yeah,
looks
so
fucking
she's
cool.
there just on the floor
She seems
writing
nonplussed.
something while all this is all happening, and then he's like, "Up you go," and she starts carrying her, and then she drops
Was
the thing.
this the fucking trailer with the astronaut at like the PS5 announcement?
Yeah, ages
Fuck.
ago.
What?
Yeah, and
Very
it's just that.
sorry.
And then yeah, like you're just carrying her around, and then all of a sudden you get into fights, and then she does this, and that's the trailer.
That just raises further questions.
Yeah, doesn't really answer what is
Capcom,
Pragmata,
what the fuck?
but it gives. Oh yeah, and then it ends with this creepy kid.
Oh, that is a creepy kid, especially like
Yeah.
static. I don't like it. Can
Yeah.
we leave? Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It sucks that it got pushed. It looks interesting. Like it looks like an interesting game, but I still don't know really what it is.
Really would have
besides-
loved to see some uncut gameplay.
Yes, but it's delayed to, and that's the thing too. Is like it's a
Coming
call it?
2022, 2023. I'm
indefinite delay. Like there's no.
sorry.
Yeah, it's just like.
That might be the most unintentionally hilarious trailer I've ever seen.
Apollo Justice Ace Attorney trilogy is coming.
Rad.
In 2024. It's the 3DS games.
Yeah,
4, 5,
look,
and 6.
The Ace Attorney games are good, including the ones that aren't Phoenix Wright.
Right.
That's all I have to add to
So yes, Apollo Justice, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Dual Destinies, and Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice. Not only is it coming to Switch, it's also coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
that. Neat. Hey, look at what game's coming up next.
Uh-huh.
It's everyone's favorite.
Everyone's
That Capcom game with the dinosaurs.
Exo Primal
the
got a
one.
new trailer and a roadmap and a battle pass.
God, I hate all of that.
Of course it did. It is an online shooting dinosaurs game. And
Ryu's there for some reason.
I played some.
What'd you think about Exo Primal?
At first, it wasn't bad. Like, I played a few matches and I was like, this is pretty cool. Like, I like the idea. I like the idea behind it of like all these fucking dinosaurs falling from the sky and then you shoot them.
I
That's
didn't
cool.
realize they actually fucking rain down from space.
Yeah, no, the big portals open up and they just drop out. And
I love this game now.
like, yes, I had a good time, and then it got old very fast. It was just like this. It just wasn't enough to keep my interest. And basically each time you play, there's two teams. Okay, there's two teams, and you're both starting from either end of the map, I guess. Well, maybe it's like side by side. It's weird. I don't know how it works. You're going through, and it's like, this is the part where you're going to fight dinosaurs. There's like a voiceover, and it's like,
Sure.
Starting the dinosaur killing section, and then
Starting the
dinosaurs
Exo
fall
Primal
out.
phase.
Yeah, and then you kill them. And then you walk a little bit more, and it's like, now you're going to kill some dinosaurs. And then some dinosaurs fall from the sky, and you kill them. And then you walk a little bit more, and it's like, now, dinosaurs. And then you kill them. And then it's like, okay, now you got to protect this cargo. Have you ever played Overwatch?
Yeah. No.
You know how in Overwatch you have to like follow a thing to the end.
No, that
And
sounds fake.
no, that's what happens, and it also happens in Exo Primal. Dinosaurs will attack your shit, and you gotta
Oh
stop
no, not
them.
my shit.
And also, so you gotta protect yours, and then the other team has to protect theirs.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you get closer to the end of the level, you can then attack the other team's thing, or they can attack yours. That's the end. Whoever gets there wins.
Oh, okay. Fascinating. Riveting.
I don't know. It's just a weird game.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
And also, there's no Dino Crisis.
Yeah. And I feel like we can pretty squarely blame Exoprimal for that.
I mean, there's no Dino Crisis in Exo Primal.
Oh, there's no crisis
They're like, hey,
of dinos.
let's put fucking Ryu and Guile
Robot Ryu
and Guile
and Robot Guile.
Not any Dino Crisis.
I mean, look, Dino Crisis doesn't have anything memorable enough to put into an Exoprimal game. Like, Jesus fuck. I can feel that. I can feel that through the monitor. Whew.
Regina is one of the greatest characters ever. Very memorable. With her, she had like an alternate suit that was just like a cave woman.
Perfect.
Ghost Trick demo announcement trailer. So Ghost Trick's getting a remaster.
Oh, okay.
June 30th.
I was going to ask
soon.
if this is like a reboot, a remaster, or a sequel, but
It's a remaster of Ghost Trick, and they put out a demo.
Neat. I hear good things about that game.
Yeah, I feel like I played a demo on 3DS or DS or whatever it came out.
You played the demo of the first game of the original release.
Yeah, the original one. Yeah. I am old, so and I liked what I played of it, but I never got the full game. So maybe it's time. They showed the Path of Goddess trailer, which we already saw at a different conference.
Yep.
So
I don't like this overlap of content. If you're gonna have something at the Xbox thing, make sure you save the good shit for you.
Yeah, exactly. Mega Man Cross Dive offline.
What is?
Japan loves words.
Yeah, they have a very complicated relationship with words, where I'm not sure they know what they're doing with them.
Yeah, I feel like that too.
Punctuation too.
Let's just put a bunch of words and see how we go with that. It's a Mega Man mobile game.
Remember Mega Man, what is it, 11? Was that the latest one?
Probably.
That was really good. You should make more of those.
Well, they're not. So, yeah, that's Capcom's thing.
That's
boring as shit.
That's such a weird nothing presentation. And, like, Capcom have had a stellar, I want to say, last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
They've been kind of on a roll.
They have.
So what the fuck is that? Have they just run out?
This
Are they
really
done?
is just like, oh, hey, we're Capcom. We exist too. So let's have a showcase of nothing.
Look, Konami's showing up with a fucking Metal Gear remake. We gotta have our own fucking conference, blow them out of the water, and then not show anything.
Not show any Resident Evil.
Yeah, no Resi, no like substantial Mega Man. Did they even show any Street Fighter stuff at this conference?
Nope.
Wild. They showed Street Fighter at the other one, but not their own.
Yep. Finally.
That's bad. It's a bad one.
This is a game. Yeah, it's bad. That's a bad one. This is a game that Josh told me about, which, I mean, apparently we can't hear the audio, but
I don't need to. I have it in my brain.
This was at the Devolver showcase.
Yeah, look, Devolver's presentation, it's always a little more art than science, which is to say it's a bit more story than trailer showcase.
This is from the guy who made that. What's
Getting
the game
Over It
called?
with
Yeah,
Bennett
Getting
Foddy.
Over It. Yeah. So it's one of those crazy physics type games.
So it's the Getting Over It people and Ape
Ape
Out.
Out.
Both okay. Ape Out's fucking sick. I don't know about Getting Over It. It was never my thing.
Right.
But how about a walking simulator, except it's QWOP?
Yeah. And
This
it's
is
just
so stupid. It's impossible to watch this without at least cracking a smile. It's so fucking dumb. And your character's wearing this like adult onesie,
he's trying to
and
go sideways along the,
he's trying to shimmy.
and
And it's just
it's a
not. Oh, he's
slippery.
picking up speed. Ah!
It's just a donkey watching him. Yeah. This looks
As soon as you
amazing.
were like, "Hey, was there anything in that Devolver thing?" I'm just like, "Baby steps." That's it. That's the message.
So he was at home.
He's
On the-
he's a fucking 40-year-old shut in. His parents want him to like get up and out of the house and
and he
like-
just got teleported somewhere,
yeah, and then
and now he has to get home. I guess.
yep.
That's
I guess it's baby steps, man. You getting better
so.
with baby steps.
And then yes, they have a little talk here.
His adult onesie is real gross. I don't like
It's
it.
disgusting. Yeah, I don't know. It looks it looks
It's
dumb and
so
fun.
stupid.
It's definitely up my alley.
I don't recall anything else super noteworthy from the Devolver thing. They had like that Talos Principle 2 gameplay, which I saw. They had Wizard with a Gun, I think, which
Yep.
is an indie game. It's an indie-ass indie game. It looks fine, but it's, yeah. You see one isometric RPG with 2D graphics, you kind of see them all.
Right.
Yeah, and mostly like Devolver was a experiment in like weird horror bullshit, as it often is.
As it often is. Devolver's conferences are always fucking amazing. I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I don't regret watching it in
No.
like for a second, but really, Baby Steps was like the thing to watch for.
And there we go. That was Keigh3.
Yep.
Overall, I mean, 2023 is a pretty fucking good year, I gotta say, for games. It's been good, and September, October is gonna be fucking insane.
All signs point to yes, says the Magic 8 Ball. It is a stacked year. Yeah, we're halfway through. It's been pretty good so far. The next half seems to be pretty fucking good.
Yeah. Which is good after the last 2 years of
High highs and like very long middles.
it's just been very quiet.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
Yeah, and they've just been saving them all for 2023.
Apparently,
Here they are. They're all coming.
all at once.
And 2024, because Xbox had a lot of stuff that's next year. So
Yeah, but it's wild to think that like Starfield and shit are coming out this year. Starfield specifically, 3 months.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
have my doubts.
No, it's gonna be out. They've been working on it for 17
Oh no,
years.
I am sure it'll be out. But in what state, who can fucking say?
Yeah. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's at least playable. That would be nice. We'll see. That's the show. Thank you so much, Josh. We'll
You are welcome.
See you again, either on this show or Stark or Stank. If you like Marvel movies, we just did not a movie, WandaVision, and we will do an episode about.
All right,
Falcon
back to
and
the
Winter
Marvel
Soldier
cage
next.
with me.
So yeah, you can go watch those, listen to those, whatever. And
Do it.
thank
It's
you,
good.
and goodbye. Stay bad is how I'm supposed to finish.
Okay. Bye.
But bye.